you cannot glorify obesity.
Did this bitch just say what I think she just said? Oh my, before we read this hoe, let me say, welcome back to my channel. It is Tetra Resinstone. Thanks for coming back to see my commentary yet again. Now, Jillian Michaels is in hot water yet again. And we first found out about this hoe a long time ago, baby, when she was on the hit Get Fit reality TV show, The Biggest Loser. Now, The Biggest Loser in the past was called out for its almost exploitation of people who were struggling with their obesity and struggling with their health. And it was kind of in poor taste as this particular fitness guru of the world was beating these people down, essentially. There was a lot of bullying, a lot of shaming that went on the show while she was there. And a lot of it was attributed to her and her problematic ass. So I was not a fan of the show, as I was one of those people who did agree that it did feel very exploitative, if that's the right word I'm supposed to use in this particular phrase. But it did exploit people, in my opinion. Now, it is also a point to know Jillian does have the credentials to be talking about health, to be talking about fitness, and to be talking about, ways to stay healthy. However, the bitch is tone deaf, you heard. Now, I am disgusted in the things that this woman has to say, and this is the interview, baby, that popped it all off. This is where she drags Lizzo, allegedly, and Lizzo pops off her. Lizzo don't got that bitch. And you know what? She deserves to get drugged. So I'm going to hold my dragation until we hear in her own words.
And it's like the pendulum, just as far as it swings in one direction, it swings back in the other, right? And you've got these, she's too fat to be a pop star. You should never be able to say things like that, right? But for years, people were. They could fat shame and they could exclude people and they could make people feel less than in all forms of media. And we should always be inclusive.
Point. You get a point for that, Miss Michaels. Let's see what else you got, baby.
But you cannot glorify obesity. It's dangerous. It kills people. It's the #1 cause of bankruptcy in our country. So there's a middle ground here. Now it's like, oh, that woman is 250 pounds, good for her. And it's really no one's business to comment. It's not something you should judge. It's not something you should celebrate. That woman's health is up to her. But, 250 pounds, I would say 999 times out of 1,000 is going to mean heart disease, cancer, diabetes, autoimmune issues, and early death. Like,
I have to say, I've personally found, and I love celebrities like Lizzo or Ashley Graham who are really preaching self-acceptance.
I love her music.
Yeah.
100%. I don't know anything about her. I'm sure she's a cool, awesome chick.
Yeah, she does seem like a cool chick, don't she, though? She really do, though. What we see on the medias, baby, I'm like, yeah, Lizzo, yeah! I be feeling it. I love it. I live. Okay, so I agree. She's cool. Let's see what else she got to say, Jillian.
Why are we celebrating her body? Why does it matter? That's what I'm saying. Like, why aren't we celebrating her music?
Okay, Miss Julian, you get a point for that. We should only be celebrating her music and not her body. Yes, ma'am.
It isn't going to be awesome if she gets diabetes.
Well, I want to ask you.
I'm just being honest. Like, I love her music. Like, my kid loves her music. But there's never a moment where I'm like, and I'm so glad that she's overweight. Like, why do I even care?
Like,
why is it my job to care about her weight?
For a lot of people, it's that image resonates, that they feel good enough. And actually, I want to get to a tweet about this that was in response to your conversation with Wendy Williams yesterday, when you spoke a little bit about body positivity. And Coco Pops tweeted, saw Jillian Michaels talk about people celebrating obesity. Body positivity isn't about celebrating being unhealthy, and you can be overweight and be healthy. It's embracing yourself without society's permission. Very disappointed by what she said and the presumptive tone. So what do you say to a response like this?
Okay, I would say, first of all, most people that are morbidly obese are not healthy. You can reverse that stuff pretty quick, but I've been doing this a real long time. I've yet to meet a person that's gotten themselves to 200, 250, 300 pounds, and the doctor goes, looking good. No, just no. I just know. So I would say to Coco Puff, like, first of all, this isn't what you do. So you don't know. You haven't been to the doctor with person after person after person after person that's 100 pounds overweight and looked at their labs. Like, you don't know. That's not what you do.
That's
I'm
true.
Not
It ain't
saying,
what you
and
do,
never
baby.
have I said that we shouldn't be inclusive and accepting. I'm saying that I don't love Lizzo because she's overweight. I like her because of her music.
Yes. Okay, honey, I see you. Okay, so you know what? That's the point. That's a bullseye point because we do love her for her music. Oh, grrr.
And by the way, if you said to me, like, hey, Lizzo can live to be 90 and motivate people, or she can die at 60, like, and motivate people, why wouldn't I say, like, I really hope she's as healthy as she can be? I don't.
Deduction. How dare you? Let's see what else you got to say, bitch.
It's not about saying that I don't respect her. I don't think she's awesome. I absolutely do, but I also would hate to see her get sick. And come on, it's a problem. Like, these are facts.
You know what? It's a problem that's you're up there talking and running your mouth, bumping your gums. You know, you mentioned something, Julianne, that was really, really good. You sat there and said, it's a pendulum and it swings from one side to the other. And yet you forget to mention and bring up the facts that we know to be true, that for so long the media has ignored, but endorsed and promoted the fashion industry, the modeling industry, the media industry that has this idea of what health is by these women that are unrealistic sizes. You don't say a word. Oh no, you keep them out of the conversation. But it is a fact that we need to acknowledge that just because you're skinny does not mean you're healthy. That is facts. The modeling industry has been, for years, it has put unrealistic expectations on women and boys everywhere. That you have to fit a certain size, that you have to be this certain image, and you will do anything to achieve that. Now, this app was a great thing. It sounds like it could have been, and you miss your mark due to your inept ability to see that people who are of a smaller size could also be unhealthy. We know that you can have a fatty organs. You could be skinny the house. You could be super skinny. You could look on point, look snatched as hell, but you're starving your body. That doesn't mean that you're healthy. And I think it's really reckless for you to attack a movement that allows people to feel enough, allows people to have an ability to share their content, to share their voice, to share what they can bring, and they're not judged for the way that they look. This all comes down to body positivity, and that's different. That's not glorifying obesity. That's not glorifying unhealthy habits. What is glorifying unhealthy habits is having an idea of what a body type should look like. That's a problem. Because there are people all different shapes and different sizes, and their health is dependent on the kind of things that they're doing. If a person is getting their exercise, getting their steps in, even 15 minutes a day, okay? You can get some good old exercise, a little light walking or whatever, will do the body good. If you eat an apple, you eat some fruit, you know what I'm saying, and you eat some good, choices, you could be, a better state than, say, someone who is not eating anything, right? Or taking amphetamines, baby, to stay or maintain or to get to a certain size, because people like you get up there and shame people who are not that size or who are not a size 0. That is not a message you should be putting out there for anybody, period. And the idea that you can be healthy. Oh, yes, you can be healthy if you're underweight. You can't. Women die every day from eating disorders, from starving their body, from their body's lack of nutrition. And your type of commentary on the topic, and you're zeroed in on obesity, you missed the mark to connect with everybody. That's really sad. And I'm disgusted in your comments. The fact that you would use a person's size as a measure of their life expectancy? How dare you? Who do you think you are? You might tell me and know how to snatch a body, but for you to sit here and say, well, you know what? You could live until 90 if you were to do all these things, but you could also live until 60. Well, you know what? We could die tomorrow in a car wreck too, baby. You don't know. That's the fact. And the fact that you're over here sitting up on this damn show, dragging poor people, not poor people as they ain't got no coin, but poor people who did nothing to you, who aren't checking for you, who aren't coming for you. And yet you want to put their name in your mouth? You've lost your mind. I'm disgusted in your behavior. I'm upset that you did not call out the other end of that spectrum. There is a middle ground here. That as long as you're doing these things, no matter what size you are, no matter what level you're at, this is what this is designed for you to do. That's how you handle your freaking app that you could have told us all to get. And I'm not going to fault you for trying to collect your coins on the first of the year, baby, because I know resolution time, honey, new year, new me. We all hear it. We all see it on the internet. January comes, tell me why everybody's in there. You can't get a machine to save your life. People are sweating, hogging up the machines. And you want to get your usual workout in, but you can't because you now got to wait a long line. So health doesn't have a size. You know what I mean? Like if I'm doing diet pills, taking steroids, who knows? If I'm doing all these kinds of things, snorting the booger sugar, doing all these things, popping Adderalls so I can stay skinny or look skinny, that don't mean I'm healthy. How dare you? And I feel so bad because the body positivity movement is not about endorsing or glorifying super, super thin, and that's what's beautiful, or super, super big, and that's what's beautiful. Be judged on the merits of your character, of your content, and not by the aesthetic that you present in the world. Not how you do your makeup, not what clothes, what brand you wear. It's about you as a person, your soul, your heart, your being. What makes you Jillian? What makes me Tetra Resinstone? That is body positivity. That I am free, no matter what size, no matter what color, no matter what shape, no matter what anything. That I am free to sit up here and do what I do, and you're free to sit up there and do what you do. But you don't talk about that. Instead, you choose to shame people and make them feel horrible and make them scared. You scare these people into thinking that they're going to just fall out dead or go bankrupt. Obesity is a problem in our society, but it is not the only thing that should be on the table for conversation. You choose to talk about someone who is in their own skin, who is in their own body, and you want to shame her? No. I'm disgusted. I tried to give myself an open mind. I'd really give you a shot to hear you out. I watched your video twice. And then I watched it, of course, as I'm editing this video, and you had really good points. But they're all mute and they're all missed because you're so tone deaf. And your inability to see what body positivity means. Tell you this, real story, true facts 100. I did struggle with wanting to maintain a certain shape, wanting to maintain a certain weight, a weird relationship with food. And it took a long time to get through that. That society has said I have to be. That I'm not good enough, that I'm not desirable if I don't look this type of way. And the body positivity movement has also allowed me to love myself. And you have to love yourself first before you can ever really start taking care of yourself. Because if you hate yourself, you're not going to want to make those healthy decisions. You're going to want to abuse your body too. So there's so much more that goes to how and why body positivity is so important, and how and why you missed the mark so much. And that you had the audacity to think that what you said was appropriate, that what you said was okay. It's not. It never will be. It never was. We should never shame a woman, a man, a child, anybody for their body type, for anything. We should not shame them for what they are, or who they are, how they appear, how they present to the world. You made them feel like trash. My heart breaks for them. I really, really hope that this backlash gives you a wake-up call, and I hope you take a lesson and you learn how important it is to love yourself. And I hope that you're able to acknowledge the next time you're in an interview, you can acknowledge that even though you're skinny, that don't mean that you're healthy. You missed so many marks. I gave you some points throughout this interview because you did have some valid points. You did. But you lose all credibility, baby. Once you start attacking people's lifespans, you start ascribing from your opinion. You took her individuality away. You basically, by you saying, well, I've seen so many people, then I already know. You don't know. You don't know how people are affected. You don't know what people are going through. You know what you've seen, and you know that those instances, those 999 people that you said that you whatever went with, that's them. That ain't Lizzo. I hope you learn from this, and I hope you grow up, and we'll see what the future holds for Miss Jillian Michaels. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm your girl, of course, Tetra Resinstone. Do me a favor, girl. Hit that like button, baby. Hit that subscribe button, baby. Leave a little comment in the bottom, darling. I'm trying to grow this little channel. You know, I'm a micro. But we will get there slowly and surely. And I do thank you all listening to this commentary. It's been a joy to read this bitch. It's been a joy to express my opinions. And I really am glad that I had this opportunity to sit down with you all and read Miss Jillian Michaels for her tone-deaf ass. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.